and that's
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And for the Nuggets, they've got Bol. He's out there with Jokic. Gordon out there with Porter. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Right side, Gordon. Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Throws down the alley-oop slam. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Jokic with the bucket.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Now here's Leonard. Down low, here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Outside, Porter. Here's Jokic. It's good.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Feeds to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Pass to Jokic. Lays it up off the glass. Jokic has got 6. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. George against Porter. And George, here we go. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the rejection by Zubac. Porter with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Gordon. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Now here's Jackson. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the pass to Leonard. Porter pulls it in.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Bol, that's good.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Now here's Leonard. And there it is for him.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Gordon against George. Porter kicks to Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Cousins. Clippers moving the ball around. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Off the left rim and out. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Outside for Rondo. At the elbow, Batum. Beverly for 3. Kennard against Morris. from 11 feet away, and that one's good. Cousins.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Morris outside. Pass to Najee. Dishes it to McGee. And the rejection by Cousins.
All over that one. DeMarcus gets himself in position, times the block beautifully.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Najee. Tips it. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Clippers on top. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
They've got Michael Porter. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's Gordon, and it's Harrison in at the point. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Pass to Mann. He dishes it to Cousins. Sweet move, and then Cousins with the dunk.
The incredible wingspan of DeMarcus doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Up top, Morris. Kennard covering. The pass to Najee. And that one, good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Down low, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kennard finds Cousins. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
DeMarcus can play outside, but the paint is still where he makes his living.
Morris passes to Millsap. Back to Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Like so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Now, here is George, following the miss by Paul Millsap. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Bowl, he's checked in for Millsap. Gordon comes in for Harrison. And it's Michael Porter in for Morris. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Jackson. And it's Jokic missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Ooh, love it, love it. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Campazzo. Rebound by the Clippers. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And it's Gordon penetrating and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
1:19 left in the second quarter. Leonard kicks to Morris. That one's not going to go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
And Gordon drops them both. Here is Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Morris passes to Leonard. Outside for Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Millsap finds Morris. Yep, that one goes.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rondo dishes to George. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Jokic with the steal. And here comes the break. Floats it up for Jokic.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Leonard attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
And that'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Rivers against Jackson. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got the lead up to 3 now for Denver.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And now here's Rivers with fast break opportunity. And finished off by Rivers.
Once you get Austin out in space, his quickness and fluidity really shines.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Paul George. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there. He is really shouldering the load on the offensive end and doing an outstanding job. But he needs the rest of his team to step up.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Passes it to Jokic. And a lot of contact on that one. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
They double him with Jokic. Here's Batum. Rebound by the Nuggets. And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Here we go. And it's Gordon missing.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson looking around. Zubac finds George. That 3 off the mark. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. The shot's good from McGee.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Zubac. Jackson against Morris. The drive by Jackson. Here's Zubac. And he overshot that one, missing.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
McGee inside. Zubac defending, and McGee kicks to Harrison. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 9. Leonard the pass to Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Count it. Morris has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Leonard. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Najee, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And George with the stuff.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Morris outside. He kicks to Millsap. Pass to Najee. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Off with the layup. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Outside, George. Fires the 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Clippers trail by 7. We've got Aaron Gordon, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Porter. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Campazzo. And the rejection by Cousins. And George, here we go. Here's Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up, and it's Leonard missing. The Nuggets leading by 7. There's the pass to Porter. Launches it. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. And he could not get that one. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The drive by Cousins uses the glass to finish the layup. Cousins has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Morris finds Cousins.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Cousins. Porter with the steal. And he banks in the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Leonard with the ball. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Outside, Porter. He feeds it to Bol. He gets that one.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bol there with a big basket.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5. Leonard kicks to Jackson. And Bol pulls it down. Nuggets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Both teams will make substitutions. Free throw no good from Gordon. And here's the fast break. Beverly against Porter.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now, Jokic. Shot clock at 6. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Back to Batum. Morris, left side. Outside Rondo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on JaVale McGee.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Gordon. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Morris outside. To the paint. Jokic draws the double. Kicks to McGee. And the wide open shot from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's George. Rondo passes to Morris. Off target at the rim. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Rondo. Here's George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Morris kicks to Porter. So the Nuggets win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure. It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gordon out there with Bol. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at center. Doncic with the bucket. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
Richardson outside. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. The drive by Doncic. And it's sent back by Jokic. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Now, here's Doncic. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Doncic has gone 1 of 3 on the night.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Pass to Jokic. Denver needs to get off his shot. Outside Gordon. Porter looking it over. Goes back up. The Nuggets with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hardaway, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Passes it to Porter. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic outside. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. The Nuggets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Doncic with the steal. One-on-one here. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Richardson, good.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
And there's the pass to Jokic. 1:04 left here in the first quarter. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Now, here's Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Hardaway against Gordon. Kicks to Porter. Pass to Bull. Clock at 4. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And the Nuggets with some changes. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Millsap's running. Harrison passes to Najee. And that one, good.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Redick with the 3. It's a tie game in Dallas. We'll get things started in the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Green, then it's Porter, and it's Harrison in at the 1. Green dishes to McGee. Back to Green. Pass to Millsap. Back to Green. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Harrison passes to Porter. Back to Harrison. And that one's drained from the low block. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's Finney-Smith, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Millsap attacking. Back to Harrison. The kick out to Porter. Passes to Green. Top of the key, Harrison. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. The shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Stolen by McGee. He feeds it to Millsap. Back to McGee. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Dallas making a switch here. Burks is checked in. And the Nuggets making a change here. The Mavericks leading. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Brunson. Stripped away. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And stolen by Redick. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Back to Burke from about 16. Finney-Smith kicks to Burke. Ball's knocked loose. Morris outside. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Burke looking over the floor. Denver grabs the miss, and that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Rivers. Cauley-Stein against Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime. Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
The pass to Jokic. It's Rivers on the wing. The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
34 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Porzingis, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Nicolo Melli comes in for Hardaway. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in. Jokic passes to Gordon. Back to Jokic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And good that time.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
And here is Morris. It's Rivers on the wing. Over Richardson. And that would have counted, but his shot. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Doncic. Nice open look, but it's no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
To the inside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
And that one's good. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Jokic kicks to Porter. Over Richardson. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his second bucket.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Doncic outside. Out to Porzingis. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Shot from free throw range. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Morris dishes to McGee. Back to Morris. Astonagi. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Thompson with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's stolen by Morris. Inside. Back to Harrison for the lead. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Cauley Stein passes to Pop. Clock at 6. Doncic. McGee with the block. Doncic with the steal. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free. And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. The coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. So, guys, the courtside administrator has received the verdict. They will overturn the goaltending violation. So, a good use of the challenge here.
And with the improvements to cameras and visibility for these sorts of plays around the rim, it seems impossible now to imagine not having replay review. This time it works. They reverse the call, and I think that's a good thing for all parties.
And they double up Doncic. Shot clock at 2. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Melly is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. "19 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Najee. Passes it to McGee. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Here's Melly. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's Dallas leading by... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Mavericks leading. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Here's Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, what a pleasure to have a 7-footer who you can play through, because Kristaps Porzingis, that nice shooting form, carries over to the free throw line. That is crucial.
In last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. Well, the hoop and the harm, Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Porzingis. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And Cauley Stein, so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
And he's good on the second. The Nuggets trail by 6. Outside, Porter. Campazzo Guarded by Doncic. Back to Porter. And stolen by Richardson. Ball going up court. Cauley-Stein finds Porzingis. Good. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
Well, he is so comfortable with his superstar status in the league. Porzingis excellent on the catch and shoot.
Jokic on top. They kick it out to Green. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. It's Richardson on the wing. Outside, Porzingis. Dishes to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Fires the three. Unable to get that one.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
It's Jokic top of the key. Here's Porter. Now the feed to Green. Over Richardson, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Mavericks leading by 8. Moving it up. Here's Cauley-Stein.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. To the inside, and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Porzingis. Green with the block, but they recover it. Second chance shot. Porzingis can't hit.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now, Doncic. A minute 42 left here in the 4th quarter. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Free throw good, Green. Now, here's Doncic. 58 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Up and in on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Rivers gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, if you are a modern NBA shooting guard, you have got to be able to shoot with range, and Austin Rivers knocks it down.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. The dish to Richardson. Doncic outside. Just 5 on the clock. Cauley-Stein passes to Porzingis. From deep, Richardson. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Six seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Millsap. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and with tip.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson, and it's Marjanovic in at the center position. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's George in at the shooting guard. Now, here is Morris. And the shot goes in. And, Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision where he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Outside Rondo. There's the pass to Morris. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Outside Leonard. Back to Rondo. Kicks it to Cousins. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, with his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Doncic looking it over. He dishes it to Richardson. Doncic passes to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Outside, Porzingis. Off target from outside. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Leonard, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Zubac finds Beverley. Here's Batum. Pass to Zubac. Outside, George. Here's the three. Zubac trying to break loose. And Paul George, good for the three.
Well, the poise right there from Paul George, that's just a veteran that has no panic in his game.
Doncic against Leonard. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for George. Dallas also making some changes. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Porzingis. Outside Jackson. Back to Beverley. Outside Jackson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Second shot opportunity. Here's Zubac. And another shot. He lays it in.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Brunson with it. To the paint. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Kennard. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Powell's checked in. Jackson passes to Kennard. Jackson looking around. No good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead, up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Now here's Burke. Not a lot of room. Passes it to Finney-Smith with the shot. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
For the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. And he gets it back. Burke finds Powell. Shoots over Cousins. Dallas again missing. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 5 points so far.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, here's Marjanovic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out to Hardaway. Will it go? And the rejection by Cousins. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Outside, George. And there's the pass to Cousins. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Porzingis, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morris kicks to George. Another shot. Morris dishes to George. Good on the shot. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Out to Porzingis. And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Rondo against Doncic. Porzingis trying to get free. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Doncic.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Leonard against Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Morris kicks to Leonard. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, It's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Now here's Leonard. Out to the right wing. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Down low. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 15. Pass to Cauley Stein. There's Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Utilizing his length well there on the offensive end. Porzingis drawing that contact.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Doncic, and it's Marjanovic in at the center. They grab their own miss. Here's Cousins, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Cousins with a great job of using the pump fake, exposing the ball, getting the defender out of position, and taking advantage.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Here's Doncic. 15 points in the game. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Richardson finds Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
George dishes to Leonard. Pass to Cousins. Morris right side. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 3 assists now in this one. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Outside Leonard. Dishes it to Cousins. The feed to Morris. Floats it up for Cousins. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. To the middle, here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, Cauley Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
Beverly, the pass to Jackson. That one goes. Count it. Jackson's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Passes it to Brunson. Outside for Redick. It's deflected. Stolen by Jackson. Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Scooped up. Here's Jackson. Here's Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It feels like J.J. Redick has every part of this game buttoned up, especially when it comes to getting high percentage and quality shots.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Beverly feeling it out a bit. He kicks to Cousins. Over Cauley Stein. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Cauley Stein's got 6.
Making contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Yep, that one goes in there. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Brunson against Kennard. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. And Dallas also making a switch. Burke, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Beverly finds Rondo. A 3-pointer off the mark. Now Burke. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Drops in the layup for 2.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Mavericks lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Rondo in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Kennard. Misses the 3. Dallas leading by 4. Richardson attacking. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
And here's Rondo. George with the ball. Yes, that goes in.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Kennard kicks to George. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Marjanovic. Bucket is good. Marjanovic has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Mavs.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Hardaway against George. Kicks it to Cousins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And what we know about Cousins is he's a competitor, and I think he just relishes the opportunity every night to get out there and show what he's capable of doing. And I think a lot of people have been rooting for him more so in the past couple of years than when he first came into the league.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Leonard in for Luke Kennard. Cousins inside. Cauley Stein defending. Mavericks leading by 4. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Rondo scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Leonard. Now the dish to Morris. Shot clock at 3. Clippers moving the ball around. Doncic with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. Cauley Stein's shot is good. And it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
Leonard inside, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Melly. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. Cauley Stein up top. Pass to Melly. From deep. Cousins pulls it in. Clippers trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Doncic outside. That one a little long. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Pass to Melly. He kicks it to Doncic. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Here's Richardson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Leonard against Cauley Stein. And it's Leonard missing. Now here's Powell. From deep. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter. Cole is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Jackson. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Campazzo. And the dunk by Bol.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Jackson. Right side, Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Good defense by Jokic.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Bol. Porter trying to free himself up. Bol can't hit. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. There's a lob to Jackson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Pass to Jokic. Over to the wing. Denver passing it around. Leonard brings the double team. Bol can't hit. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
To the paint. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. and creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
So it's Denver now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Jackson comes over with the double. And yes, it's good. Bulls got his second basket.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Porter against George. Outside Leonard. Out to Morris. Passes it to Jackson. 5 on the clock. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Now the pass to Jokic. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Outside Porter. In the corner, Bull with it. Gordon the pass to Porter. Over Morris. No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's George. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Right wing. Bull with it. He's against Morris. Jokic passes to Bull. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, Bull with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And here's Rondo. Beverly the pass to Cousins. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Gordon. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
Now here's Rondo. We've got 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. It's stolen by Green. Beverly finds Cousins, and it's Rondo in the corner. Pass to Cousins. Over Millsap. Here's Rondo. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat. Up 8 points. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Clippers right now, Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Trailing here by 8. And he gets it to go. Here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the inside. 9 feet out. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Millsap. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Millsap showing you some speed. They're turning the Jets on. Far from just a bruising physical forward. His speed in transition impressive.
Now here's Kennard. Stolen. Millsap left side. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rondo with the ball. Kennard kicks to Rondo. Kennard against Millsap. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. The finish. And Morris throws it down.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Rondo looking around. And Batum throws it down.
That those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Morris after the Clippers pick up 2. And that one is good. Morris has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here's Cousins. Rondo's shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Boy, George so long in all limbs, arms and legs, and he covers a lot of space in short bursts of time because of it.
Now here's Porter. Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubats. Leonard with the steal. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got it all tied up now for Denver. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Outside Leonard. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
From the arc. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Inside, stolen by Zubats. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And oh boy, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stays. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points and 1 steal. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Bol. He's out there with Jokic. Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Campazzo.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
He hits both from the stripe.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Outside, George. Passes it to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Bol can't hit. Clippers leading by 6. Pushing it up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
I think George is clearly one of the most difficult covers in the league. When he's taking it strong to the basket, the defense sometimes has no choice but to foul it.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in for Morris. And Denver also making a switch. Green's checked in. Jokic with the bucket.
When you let Jokic get comfortable, it's a wrap. It's all over. He's a skilled scorer on the interior.
Outside Leonard. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. George passes to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 8. Dishes it to Porter. To the paint. Here's Green. Porter finds Green. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
The pass to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Pass to Gordon. Down low, and stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. It's good. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Well, I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
1:41 left here in the third quarter. And Cousins kicks to Leonard. Floats it up for Cousins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
Campazzo. And the rejection by Jackson. Leonard dishes to George. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Gordon with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Jokic. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Cousins. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. The drive by Cousins. The dish to George. Back to Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Porter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
So both teams making some changes here. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Morris passes to Zubac. Here's Kennard. Puts it up from 12. No good from Zubac. Here's Najee. And that'll be 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Mann in at the two-guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
You know, one of the things Paul George, PG, has done is improve his ball handling, and as a result, defenders are nervous when he's handling the ball and getting up into a shot.
And both free throws good for Paul George. The Nuggets trail by 10. Morris outside. Stolen by George. 4-on-3 break. Back to Beverley. Takes the three. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Morris. That one, no good. George with the defensive effort. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Here's Harrison, defended by George. Morris passes to Harrison. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 12. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Here's Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Banked in off the glass.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. George dishes to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. One-on-one here. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
Jackson passes to George. And it's sent back by Jokic. And they get it back. Jackson kicks to George. Clock at 6. Here's Morris. Outside Leonard. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Gordon against Leonard. And it's good for 2. Leonard's got 21.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Up top, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. Bull with it. He's against Morris. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Bull.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Morris kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Morris, left side. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Gordon. Austin Rivers comes in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. The shot by Rondo is no good. The Nuggets trail by 9. Jokic inside. Zubac defending. Count that one.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 250 pounds. It's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt this shot than that one.
52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Leonard against Millsap. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Off target from three-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Millsap misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Rivers kicks to Jokic. Yep, right through the net.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Outside Leonard. And the pass to Zubac. Here's Rondo. Off target with that shot. So the Clippers with the win. It was a David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. A beautiful skyline of missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nuggets, they've got Porter. Gordon out there with Bol. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Jokic in at center.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic, and stolen by Richardson. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Doncic, terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Doncic against Jokic. The kick out to Porter. No good on the 3. One-on-one fast break. Unloads from 13. And Doncic is right there. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Now here's Rivers. Jokic draws the double. Back to Rivers. Gordon against Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Hardaway finds Marjanovic. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic, and it goes down 2 points.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Gordon kicks to Rivers, out to the right wing. To halt the run, Jokic with the bucket.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Here's Doncic. To the inside, kicks it out to Richardson. Right side, Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Bol. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Right side, Hardaway. The wide open look here for Porzingis. The offensive rebound. Here's Marjanovic. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now, here's Bol. Pass to Rivers. He kicks it to Gordon. Offline with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Here's Rivers. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Marjanovic. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Richardson with it. Now Bull defending. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. No good on that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Doncic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Now here's Rivers. Now Jokic. And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball in. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Morris against Brunson. Over Morris. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Here's Najee. And the layup is good. Najee's got 4 this quarter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Brunson against Morris. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's McGee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Brunson with it. No points in the game yet for him. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Morris passes to Najee. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. The pass to Redick. Here's Powell. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Denver passing it around. Here's Najee. Mavericks with the rebound. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Passes to Cauley-Stein. He dishes it to Redick. McGee on the double team. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Brunson, good. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Morris, left side. To the middle, here's Harrison. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
1:36 left in the first half. Brunson the pass to Powell. Here's Najee. Here's Millsap. The dish to Morris. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Make no mistake, guys, the playmaking ability of Luka Doncic is special. Even at a young age, this guy can pick apart a defense.
Here's Rivers. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Doncic outside.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic, here we go.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Shoots from the line, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 8 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to Bull. Back to Rivers. Gets it off. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Can he get... And that's going to do...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Austin Rivers is out there with Porter. Then there's Gordon, and it's Bull in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Porter passes to Jokic. Kicks it to Bull. Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Hardaway with a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Rivers. Pass to Bull. The quick look, no good that time. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Rivers dishes to Porter. He kicks it to Green. Over Porzingis. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Green. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Rivers in the corner. Porter passes to Jokic. Down low. Outside Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Fires it up. With the putback. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, just so good at navigating his way into that painted area. Incredible confidence from Aaron Gordon.
Doncic outside. Good defense by Jokic.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Porter passes to Green. Hardaway with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. The teardrop falls in. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
Rivers passes to Jokic. Feeds to Porter. Shoots over Doncic. Porter, no luck. Mavericks leading by 5. Inside, Hardaway finds Richardson. Out to Doncic. Over Porter. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Richardson. 14 points for him.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Rivers dishes to Porter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. The pass to Najee. There's Harrison. Burke covering. Harrison passes to Morris. It's not going to go for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Burke. Makes it off the glass. Burke's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Morris passes to Najee. Wants to get it to Morris and does. A beautiful reverse layup.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Mavericks leading by 7. And here's Brunson. Not going to go that time. Excellent D that time there from McGee. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Millsap passes to Najee. Out to Morris. Now Millsap. Harrison scanning the floor. Back to Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. Denver needs to get off a shot. Got it off in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Dallas up by 6. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Mavericks leading. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Jalen Brunson. Also, Burke out there. J.J. Redick is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. The shot's good.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Brunson's gone 3 for 7 tonight. Harrison passes to Millsap. Dishes to Porter. That one misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Here's Brunson, and it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Porter.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Jalen Brunson. Powell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Now, here's Millsap. Pass to Najee. And stolen by Redick. It's 2-on-1. Here's Burke. Finished off the break. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
Kleber against Morris. It's off his foot. And the ref's saying he kicked it. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. To the inside. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Over Morris. Richardson, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 9. Morris, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Doncic, no good. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And Morris throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Free throw good for Morris. Now Doncic. He dishes it to Richardson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Jokic with the steal. Morris kicks the ball. Count the basket. And now just a 4-point Maverick lead.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bowl there with a big basket.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic. Free throw drops for Marjanovic. Paul Millsap is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Out to the right wing. Jokic inside. Guarded by Marjanovic. Rivers can't get it to go.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Marjanovic finds Doncic. 1:39 left in the fourth. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Rivers passes to Jokic. Basket good.
And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Nuggets running out of time. There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Jokic. Over Cauley-Stein. It's hauled in by Richardson. And the Mavericks with possession here. Outside, Porzingis. For the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Denver passing it around. And here's Millsap from the arc. 3-on-3. Doncic with it. From deep. The shot off that time. Outside Gordon. Jacks up a three. Off on that one. And so it's Dallas winning this one. And all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Doncic. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Leonard against Doncic. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They double him with George. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Jackson against Richardson. Out to Doncic. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots over Zubac. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Doncic against Leonard. Richardson kicks to Doncic. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Here's Marjanovic. Goes up again. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's George. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
And, guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Here's Leonard, and he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
So explosive with the dunk, Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Doncic, here we go, and the shot is good.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
George finds Leonard. Pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Marjanovic against Zubac. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Jackson passes to Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Pushing the action, always working for the best shot. A nice drive by Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard has been... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Luke Kennard. Patrick Beverley out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Batum in at the power forward position. And here's Rondo, following the score by Dallas. Passes it to Kennard. To the paint, here's Cousins. Mavericks with the rebound. To the middle. Powell inside. Defended by Batum. Back to Burke. And Brunson has it in the corner. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Shakes him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Brunson kicks to Burke. Shot clock at 6. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Burke's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Here's Cousins. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Meeting right at the rim, he typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins.
Defensively, that's just too physical. I know what the man's trying to do, but Cousins is wily enough to take advantage.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. And then for Los Angeles, Morris is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Porzingis finds Marjanovic. And the shot goes down. Richardson's got his first basket.
You talk about a guy who's added some strength over the years. Look at the hit Josh took, and he was still able to convert.
Jackson looking it over. Back to George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's Doncic. No good there. Good work defensively by Morris.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
Here's Leonard. He's got 8. High post, Zubac. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside for George. Now here's Jackson. Back to George. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Richardson.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
He had a nice open look right there. And now a 6-point Maverick lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Jackson. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Jackson passes to George. And here is Zubac. Rebounded by Hardaway. Richardson outside. From 15 feet away, Porzingis on the follow.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Now, here's George. Morris outside. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hardaway, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Leonard, and the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Excellent pass, PG-13.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great personnel moves.
Look, they traded up.
And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
They've got Powell. Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cauley-Stein's got the first points of the second half here for the Mavs. Clippers trail by 8. And George kicks to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
That time he kept it himself. Leonard playing a chess game on the pick and roll.
Mavericks leading by 6. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And the dunk by Powell.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now, here is George. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And Let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
George dishes to Cousins. Brunson against Beverly. The Clippers rebound. Morris finds George. That one drops for him. And that's now 6 points for George.
A reliable jump shooter, Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Now Brunson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Trey Burke. Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Over in the corner, Batum. And stolen by Richardson. To the inside. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Dallas shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic looking it over. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Now here's Jackson. Kennard on the wing. And stolen by Richardson. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic with it. He has 6. Now the pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Just 2 to shoot. And it's good. 2 points. Clippers trail by 8. There's 1:26 left in the third. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
You see the mentality of Josh Richardson. Be aggressive and leave no doubt.
And here's Jackson. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Zubac. Porzingis with the block. 3 on 3. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Now here's Richardson. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Doncic finds Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's George. Leonard with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 17.
And I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Well, through 3/4 of... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the 3 spot. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 13-point game. Here's man, guarded by Doncic. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverley.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Now, here's Doncic. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Clippers trail by 13. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Beverley, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Dallas. Here's Leonard, and that one drops for him. Leonard's got 21.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Here's Doncic. Richardson outside. There's the pass to Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Back to Hardaway. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Inside. Richardson kicks to Powell. Left side Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. It's Richardson on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. Back to Hardaway. And here's Doncic from the arc. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Richardson finds Hardaway. Now here's Powell. Cauley-Stein passes to Powell. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Morris dishes to Jackson. Outside, George. Jackson against Doncic. Back to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. A 3-ball. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Powell. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Richardson the bounce pass. Powell dishes to Cauley-Stein. It's tipped.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Mavericks.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Porzingis.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact. Whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help, he provided the intimidation factor this defense needed.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Leonard, looking to get it going. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here now the Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Doncic outside, and count it from 19 feet away. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step.
Thank you, David. Great interview.